John, miss, don't turn me into marketable plushies!
Link in the description. So I was born in December 1996, which is pretty much the focal point of the weird, vague, and inconsistent gauge as per when millennials stop and Generation Z begins. People who are born around this obnoxious wormhole of an identity crisis often find it hard figuring out exactly what they're supposed to be or what groups they're supposed to fit into. I've always seen myself as something of an anomaly. I don't remember 9/11, but I do remember VCRs. I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld or Friends, but I also don't recognize any of the shows when I tune into the Disney Channel. Who is Jessie, and why didn't she get into the balloon before it took off? Questions like this haunt my very being, and will continue to do so until the day I die. Hope it comes soon. Really, I've started to recently feel very comfortable calling myself Generation Z, if only because millennials have proven to be really embarrassing culturally, and I'd like to pretend that I'm not really a part of that. But there's one pretty big issue. TikTok. I don't understand it. You see, when I was in high school, everyone was big about an app called Vine. It capitalized on the short attention span of younger people pretty efficiently. All we were expected to do was scroll, laugh, and like in that order before moving on to the next moment. There was no afterbirth, no discourse, and probably 49 out of 50 Vines didn't even stick to the memory. But taking time away from the app meant continuing the existential dread that comes with being a teenager with no future or hope of aspiration. Or maybe that was just me, that's kind of how I feel all the time. The thing that makes Vine and TikTok so inexplicable to me is that I envy the way these people managed to be subversive and funny in almost no time. You see, by the time I was graduating, I was this big, lanky monster of a person, and the hallways of our schools got really crowded, so I had to slip in between people just to get by. Most high schools are like this, I feel. We shouldn't be reopening schools. Anyways, the reason this is important is sometimes I would walk by a girl who was on their phone or looking down, and they would look up and see me, and then they would scream loudly. This wasn't a scream of pettiness. They weren't trying to make me feel bad. It was an honest reaction to seeing me without context. Like they looked up at me and their first thought was, "Oh God, Frankenstein has broken into our school and he's going to murder me." I feel like this is just my personal curse, you know? I don't believe in my first impression in any circumstance being good. There's a reason I have so many followers on Twitter and basically no followers on Instagram. And I bet if you went through all of my uploads, most of the popular ones are either voiceovers or take a while to show my face. Because by that point I've already roped you in and it's kinda too late to close the vid. I think this detail is one of the things that really affects the nature of what sort of creators are born on sites like this. Vine is really one of the only platforms that could have kickstarted the Paul brothers, a pair you could really only enjoy in short, energized bursts. Their content just oversaturated and loud enough for you to remember their names, but not so much that you remember which name belongs to which brother. The point I'm trying to make is that creators who started out as Vine stars are hot, and that is worth noting because movie reviewer YouTubers are not hot. Except for Phelan. But TikTok's confusingness goes beyond just me not being able to enjoy or emulate short-form content. I've also never been able to get a hold on what TikTok is culturally. For instance, back in September of last year, there was this big controversy because it turned out the app was shadow banning LGBT content in many countries, even those where it wasn't illegal to be gay. At the same time, the app has attempted to brand itself as a safe haven for those in the community, and it seems many people view it in exactly that light. Overwhelmingly, it seems like TikTok has a lot of shady, layered components that are probably not good, but its users are actively motivated to act in total defiance of these elements, which is either anarchistic praxis or foolhardy compliance, depending on how quickly the robots take over. But the biggest controversy to come out of TikTok's shores has been the potential of it being nuked from the American landscape, as President Trump has created an executive order that will effectively ban the app in the United States, unless it sells itself to an American company by September 20th. Now, there have been serious concerns about the security of the app and if it's stealing the data of its users, which is different from when Facebook does it because it's unpatriotic. But when it comes to the topic of the ban, personally, I doubt Trump even understood what TikTok was until a bunch of users pranked his campaign a few months ago. So yeah, unless the app sells itself to Microsoft pretty quickly, it seems like this ban might get rid of the app, or at least until the next president undoes it. Of course, TikTok isn't really inaccessible to you guys, because the ban will likely be pretty easy to work around. Okay, so watch this. I'm currently on the TikTok website. Now I'm going to pull up NordVPN, which is today's sponsor, thank you for asking. And I'm gonna switch to Hong Kong. Now you'll notice the website doesn't work, because TikTok is banned in Hong Kong because of really terrible laws about the police being able to access anyone's internet data without a search warrant. So if I was in a country where I couldn't use the app, theoretically, I could just switch to Canada or Mexico and boom, it would work again. Soon we will all be committing massive acts of treason and in so few easy steps. Just go to nordvpn.com/Quinton and you'll get 68% off of a 2-year plan. Once again, that's nordvpn.com/QUINTON. So to help you guys understand how I specifically experienced this platform, I'm going to show you the first 5 TikToks I ever saw once I logged in. This was the first.
Wait. In 3, 2, 1, hold your breath. I bet you this Xbox equipment, I bet you these trainers, I bet you these iPhones, I bet you these AirPods that you can't follow, like, and share. Do you help me if you can?
The second TikTok I saw was this clip of a woman working out to a song.
Face on Zaddy, pockets on Jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder.
The third was Jason Derulo fighting a water monster with a hammer.
How the hell am I supposed to kill water?
The fourth was a woman on roller skates dancing to the same song as before.
Face on Zaddy, pockets on Jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder.
And the fifth was a patriotic slideshow of photos of Donald Trump. And just like that, I felt like I had seen all of TikTok worth seeing in just over a minute. I felt as if this all made total sense, and yet, at the same time, I was totally overwhelmed, unsure where I could possibly head from here.
Hey, wait. If nobody's told you yet today, you're beautiful. You're perfect just the way you are. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Aww. So I had a plan, but I needed a wingman. Someone to help me browse this cursed site to understand it in a more in-depth level. And after a short period of soul searching, I realized there was only one man for the job. Okay guys, we're back, and so for this part of the video I decided to have on my friend, Nolan B.
Hi, I'm here.
Nolan, I told you about this video. I told you it's about TikTok. Did I ever tell you exactly why I picked you out?
No you didn't, but now that you have an explicit reason to pick me, I am afraid.
So the first time I ever met Nolan was, I believe, when I went on his podcast, the Pizza Party Podcast. When I was on the show, Nolan told this amazing story. It was something had to do with McDonald's. Do you remember this story, Nolan?
Yeah, no, I do.
Alright.
There was this viral image on Twitter, and it was like, on this day, we're all gonna go into McDonald's and order the Fortnite burger. And then we went to the McDonald's down my street. I mean, I called over a customer service person at the register and was like, yeah, I can't find what I'm looking for. And they're like, oh, what did you want to order? And I was like, well, I wanted to order. Then I did the default Fortnite dance. And when I finished, I said the Fortnite burger. And then I don't think this got picked up, but immediately after she said, get out, like straight up, she just told me to leave.
The more that I think about that story, and the more that I think about that I don't understand any aspect of it, the more I realize you might have encapsulated all of TikTok. You became the human personification of all TikTok videos.
I feel like this is like a backhanded insult.
No, it's very forward hand. So what I want to do, you and me, we're going to sit here and we're going to try and think of something I can do that will essentially catapult me into TikTok fame. I did set up a TikTok yesterday, and apparently I've been told the algorithm works so that the first TikTok you make kind of will always go viral. So I just uploaded a video about this stupid plush I bought, and apparently it has more views than my last few videos combined.
Banks of Banks says you should cut it open and sleep inside of it like a tauntaun.
People keep telling me to sell the plush and buy an iPhone. What does TikTok want me to see? Oh, we killed
God.
that guy. I think that was real, man.
Oh, there's Jason Derulo.
Oh, yeah. Jason Derulo is a big TikTok guy for some reason. I guess because he doesn't have a regular career anymore. He was in Cats, right?
I think he was.
He played Tim Tug Tigger or whatever that character's
Rum
name
Tum
was.
Tugger.
Do you think he says his name at the beginning of every TikTok? You remember those channels that were like, it would just be like one side of the screen is an epic rap battles of history, and then the other side of the screen is like a guy eating Pringles? Like, I feel like that's what TikTok was created to preserve.
Go back to the emoji, the imitation challenge. He's got rhythm,
So is the game of this one that you just have to do every emoji?
I guess.
Is it literally a craze on this website that, like, understanding emojis and interpreting that into
A dance.
fluid motion is like a viral thing everyone does? Oh, there's no emojis on this one. They messed it up.
What?
That
That
I will not
I do not
have
have
a boyfriend.
no, not that.
Dogs can't talk.
Dogs can't
It's
talk.
this vine. Dogs can't talk. Are we doing a cringe reaction properly? What the fuck? They think dogs can talk? For some reason, I'm presuming the narrative here is they were about to get arrested and they were like, wait, hold on, before we go, do you want to do a TikTok dance challenge? And they're like, they're getting a DUI, they killed someone in a car wreck, but then the cop's like, yeah, dude, let's do a TikTok dance, man. Okay, I turned the music on for a second just because I wanted to know if they're doing the Macarena, and they are not. I officially do not understand this generation.
Quinton, I find it really funny yet strange how, like, you're younger than me and yet you radiate stronger boomer energies than I think I ever will as a human being.
Well, I just don't understand this shit, man. And it doesn't make sense because I'm 23 and I should be able to get this shit, you know?
You sound like my dad. Look at this comic page of the Joker relating to a monkey. Monkey. Monkey.
It's a good thing these things are staged, because if not, this would be like, I would be like, girl, you gotta get out.
Dancing is an expression of creativity. TikTok is an expression of creativity. Adding the two allows you to create whole new forms of expression. I think this one is a commentary on alcoholism. You are looking in at the alcoholic dancing in the aisles. I'm wondering if this is also just kind of like a form of parasocial interaction where people just like, man, I wish I could vicariously go with my friends and dance out in public.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like especially in the quarantine, just like, you know, being locked in just for months on end, it probably feels good to just click on your phone and feel almost like you're living through these vibrant experiences out in the real world. I quite understand the appeal, I suppose, of like the dance like no one's watching shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I really like the guys that look like they time traveled from an era that never really existed.
Is that Lele Pons?
I don't know, all blonde internet people look the same to me. If they made a Karate Kid remake, instead of him learning to fight through cleaning things around the house, he would learn to fight through unique TikTok dances.
I should clarify for people at home, I don't know what the audio is.
Oh, well, I muted it on my end, so I don't know what the audio is either. You see, I've just been imagining that the, dun 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 dun, that's all I've been hearing this whole time. This does represent a big aspect of TikTok one has to understand, because one of the big reasons that TikTok has really thrived is how different it is from YouTube, and that's the collaborative nature of it, just off the beat. Because, I mean, TikTok gives you this catalog of, like, copyrighted material that you can pull from. A lot of the really memorable TikToks I've seen have been, like, sort of these really flashy memes where someone takes a song and they introduce a separate new narrative to it.
Who's next? All my diamond shine, 'cause they really damn. Gang. Oh.
If there's one thing I think we've learned from TikTok today, is that the real TikToks were the friends we made along the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna start pitching you ideas. It seems to me there's a lot of commentary, a lot of reuse of media, a lot of just trying to make a subversive point. What if I upload a scene from Footloose, but with music from Fraggle Rock?
Awful.
Fuck!
So, after that failed TikTok, what do you think? What do you think your goal should be now?
You ever seen the music video for Open Your Heart?
Open your heart to me, baby. I hold the lock and you hold the key. Open your heart to me, darling. I'll give you love if you turn the key.
I have met so many people who have wasted hours of my time, and yet somehow that 15 seconds right there was the most offensive use of it I've seen in a long time. Congratulations, Quinton, you just made a TikTok! Woohoo!
I want to thank all of you for joining me on this little journey of trying to understand this confounding little app, and I really think I can say that I do understand TikTok now. It's a chorus of billions of amazing 15-second clips whose sole purpose is to distract us from thinking about our pathetic, empty lives and to fill up the remaining moments before our sun goes supernova and kills us all. Hope it comes soon. But it's mostly just for hot people to do hand signs. I want to share one last thing with you guys. It's a comment from one of my TikToks that made me really happy, and I think you guys are going to like it too. It says, "I will never stop hating you, Quinton. I don't even have a reason why. You just annoy me fundamentally as a person." Aww, people are finally talking to me like I'm a part of Generation Z. Wait. In 3, 2, 1, hold your breath. I'll bet you this coffee maker. I'll bet you this VCR. I'll bet you this Kirby with human feet. I'll bet you this Quinton Reviews plushie available now at makeship.com. I'll bet you this 60-pound Garfield plush. I bet you this VHS of The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald Episode 5 Halftime Will Travel that you won't check out today's sponsor at nordvpn.com/Quinton. NordVPN is the amazing service that allows you to cloak your location online through the use of proxy servers all over the world. Living in a place where TikTok is banned in your country, either because you live in Hong Kong or America in the future? Well, just install Nord, pick a country, and kablamo! The internet will be legitimately convinced that you live in a place where protesters are treated with dignity. As of the president's executive order, using a VPN to watch TikTok dance challenges is officially un-American, which means that it's cool now. Do you know who else was un-American? Charlie Chaplin. Made a movie about how fascism is bad, got accused of being a communist, and was kicked out of the country. The world needs more Charlie Chaplins, and you can be one of them. Go to nordvpn.com/Quinton, that's nordvpn.com/Quinton, to become equally as cool as history's greatest movie star and to get 68% off of a 2-year plan. Additionally, use the code Quinton at checkout to get an extra month entirely free. With that, I've been Quinton Reviews, and that's all you need. That's actually not quite all you need, because there's one last thing. I recently started a campaign on Makeship.com to sell this little guy, the official plush Quinton. Now, we have to sell 400 of these in order for it to go into production, and we're about a quarter of the way there, but because of the last few videos underperforming, we're kind of running out of time. So if you guys can go to Makeship.com or the link in the description and the top comment, that would really mean the world to me, because I just want to make this guy become a thing in the world. Okay, be sure to hit subscribe and watch another video, or check out a playlist. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.